don't you read what this man typed? Now, I want you to understand, if you applied that equally to the homeless, there wouldn't be a police officer alive in this country. Hey guys, when someone comes to bulldoze your house, it's not going to be the people who were making the decision who are actually going to come and bulldoze your house. When the city council decides it's time to bulldoze your house, it's not the city council who's going to show up at your house. It's a construction crew and some officers with some shiny bracelets for you. They don't give a fuck if it's 130 degrees out, or if it's the middle of a fucking blizzard. What they care about is what the person with the money wants. Alright, having connection issues. Jason Aldean is so far fucking removed from reality, it's not even funny. If we apply this stuff here equally, we apply what this Jason Aldean supporter typed. If we apply that to the homeless community, well, that's very difficult to do. Very few of us have guns. See, this problem started to begin with because you didn't want to see poverty. You didn't want to see homelessness. So instead of helping those people out, you called the police. The police don't fucking help us. Are you fucking stupid? They help pretty white girls and people with money. And what do people with money do? They primarily spend it on what pretty white girls want. Fuck it. Until Jason Aldean's friends and family put in the ground while he's still alive. Until his house is burnt to the ground the way that homeless people's houses are burnt to the ground. Until he's being assaulted by a police officer for being homeless. It's never going to occur to him what a wrong thing he's done. If the homeless, if you protected them and their property, you wouldn't be in this mess to begin with. But you didn't care because it wasn't yours. But now that it is yours, you care. You didn't care when it happened to them. You didn't care when they ended up on the streets. That's where you belong, Mr. Aldean. You belong on the streets with us. I'd like to ask that every homeless person pray for Mr. Aldean to become homeless. I want Mr. Aldean to know what it's like to be treated like us. I want these business owners and property owners to know what it's like for those who didn't get it handed to them on a silver platter, like the racist children in this parking lot and the racist children in the high school parking lot in Chapel, Nebraska. Last night, in a small town, those white kids went to spout racial slurs all night long. And they also wanted to get confrontational with some Hispanic children who were being chaperoned, who did their damnedest and very best to ignore those racist little shitheads. I like some of those racist little shitheads. They got nice personalities. Some of them got good jokes. But they're still racist little shitheads who are looking for an excuse to hurt somebody last night. Where are you at, Mr. Aldean? Come on out here. I'll show you the best dumpsters to dig your food out of. I'll show you where you can get blankets. I'll show you where you can get food. I'll show you where you can get clothes secondhand. That's something most homeless people don't get. Most homeless people don't get a chaperone. The homeless people of Boulder, Colorado were lucky enough to have me for 7 years. But all it took was a bunch of fucking ignorant goddamn hicks who didn't want to take responsibility for their own fucking action and their own lack of fucking immorality. Or would it be lack of immorality? No, it wouldn't be. It would be lack of morality. And of course, I make mistakes. Not sure if you noticed, but I catch my mistakes often and I correct them instead of trying to play it off. I announce my intentions before committing to anything. And I do so publicly now. Before, I tried to keep it private and just go to my friends and family who claimed that they would help. If they weren't coming forward, they weren't helping. And yeah, I had to go public. I also told all of my worst sins on Facebook. I continue my sins to this day. I also admit my actions, wrong or right. I admit to the things that I've done. And I have yet to burn anyone's house to the ground. I have yet to shoot a single person. That's what parents do. Parents kill children. Parents rape children. Parents molest children. Parents beat children. Number one in every slot. In small towns are number one for the quantity. Small towns look out for each other, huh? No, you look out for the child molesters, the rapists. I'm going to pray that you end up homeless. All of you. I'm going to pray that this heat wave burns all of your houses to the ground. We'll pray for that. And just as you guys want to pray for things that never show up, I'm also praying for something that is never going to show. Oh, wait a second. There do seem to be an awful lot of natural disasters when I leave an area. Should I pretend that that's all my doing? Like, oh, people did bad stuff, so God is smiting them. God has given them a taste of karma. If you'd had that mentality that this douchebag wanted to type on here, if he had that mentality towards the homeless instead of towards himself, things would be a lot different. If he believed that protecting a homeless person's property was as important as his own, Well, then maybe he wouldn't be such a bigot. Who are those people that are committing them crimes? What crimes are being committed? Cops won't do anything about rape, incest, or murder. The physical assaults, sexual assaults, financial abuse. The cops don't actually give a shit about that. They don't give a shit when you do that to disabled homeless people. If you're in a house and you go to the cops, what do? Now, what if it's a homeless person? For you, it's as easy as going in. For a homeless person, it's a constant struggle for survival, let alone the resources to turn in predators. To Mr. Aldean and his buddies, Nazi ideology has replaced the Constitution of the United States of America. They believe that their guns have erased the Bill of Rights. Small towns don't look out for the victims. I believe in loyalty above all else except honor. If you're loyal to a rapist, there is nothing honorable about you. If you're loyal to a child molester, there's nothing honorable about you. If you're loyal to a child abuser, there is nothing honorable about you. Compared to the homeless, you are all pampered princesses in palaces. You don't see the struggle that we have because you don't have that struggle. You had no problems with destroying our lives by acting like a bunch of goddamn Karens, and now you pussies are afraid of having it done back to you. Arr. That's for you, Mr. Aldean, and for all of your followers. And I'm not racist. I don't give a fuck what color they are. If they support you, they're complete shit and deserve zero rights. How much property could you purchase with $1 million? You know what I was going to do with my disability money? When my back payments finally came in, I was going to use it to buy a cheap chunk of property. And if it hadn't been for cowards like you in houses, whiny asses. Oh no, I have to see poverty. Oh my God, people without plumbing are peeing outside. And what are your fucking solutions? Certainly not things that you want happening to you and your family, you son of a bitch. I think the city council in Portland, Oregon should be sentenced to 6 months in one of their internment camps. Forced to live as a homeless person. Same with Mr. Aldean. God, you are heartless. Bet you call yourself a Christian too, huh?